In the quiet village of Umudike, surrounded by ancient trees and misty hills, a chilling legend lingered. Every midnight, the haunting cries of a child echoed through the village, sending shivers down the spines of those who heard it. Some believed it was the spirit of a lost child, forever searching for its mother. Others whispered that it was a bad omen, a warning of misfortune to come. But no one dared to find out the truth, until now. Young Obinna, a curious and brave boy, had always been fascinated by the mysterious cries. Unlike the others, he did not feel fear. Instead, he felt a deep sadness, as if the ghostly child was calling out to him. One night, determined to uncover the truth, Obinna decided to follow the cries. With only a lantern in his trembling hands, he stepped into the darkness, unaware of the chilling secrets waiting for him. The cries grew louder as Obinna walked deeper into the dense forest. The trees whispered in the wind, their twisted branches reaching like fingers in the moonlight. His heartbeat quickened, but he pushed forward, following the ghostly sobs. Then, he saw them, tiny footprints glowing faintly on the damp earth. They looked like a child's, but they vanished after a few steps, as if the child had walked into thin air. "Who are you?" Obinna whispered, his voice barely audible. A sudden rustle in the bushes made him freeze. His lantern flickered wildly, casting shadows that danced like spirits. Then, a small figure emerged, a young girl in a tattered white dress, her dark eyes filled with sorrow. She was pale, almost translucent, and her lips trembled as she wept. I'd seen a ghost before, but the girl didn't seem threatening, just lost. "Why do you cry?" he asked gently. The girl sniffled, her large eyes shimmering. "I can't find my mother," she whispered. She promised she would come back, but she never did. Obinna's heart ached. "What's your name?" The girl hesitated, as if struggling to remember. Then, in a soft, broken voice, she murmured, "Neka." Neka led Obinna deeper into the forest, her small feet barely touching the ground. She stopped near an old, forgotten grave, covered in moss and wildflowers. "This is where I sleep," she murmured, tracing the worn-out name on the tombstone. Obinna shivered. "You mean you are?" She nodded, a tear rolling down her cheek. "I was waiting for Mama, but she never came back." Obinna clenched his fists. A child should not be left waiting, even in death. "I'll help you," he promised. "We'll find your mother." Obinna rushed back to the village, asking the elders if they knew of a child named Neka. The old village storyteller gasped. "Neka," he whispered. She was the daughter of Adiz, a woman accused of witchcraft